Hello and welcome back to the Babenbergs. We are still in a war for a single county over here in what used to be Provence and is now owned by France, which has gotten incredibly out of hand. Mainly because we're now at war with France. Now being at war with France isn't that bad, I mean they don't have many troops. Main problem we have is it actually reset our battle war score, so it's going to take a long time for us to actually build up this taking war score, but you know, it's not the end of the world. We're also sieging at the same time, and once we get that, we'll get another boost to war score, but not a lot. We have a look at this thing. We've got 3 holdings, so what we can do is we can look at the 3 holdings, and we can look at this and go, okay, well we're getting about 4% per holding, which means that over here, we're going to get about 8% for this thing, right? So it's not bad, but it's not really going to make a huge impact on the remaining 84 that we need here. So yeah, we're basically just in this war. While we're also in this war and doing all of that sort of stuff, back at home, we're having child after child after child after child. Yeah, just a huge number of children, which is cool. We're going to have many heirs and many spares. I mean, currently, I guess you could argue that we don't have an heir and a spare, because we have an heir and 2 daughters. So another son would actually be, like, the ideal, potentially. Depending on whether or not we grab a whole other duchy at some point. But, yeah, we need to think about that. There has been a suggestion that I could use my new thing that I got from here, the sanctioned loopholes by claim interaction, to potentially buy a claim on Austria. Let's have a look here. See, I could buy one of these, maybe? Which isn't a terrible idea. The only issue with buying a claim on Austria is that then we would have 2 duchies. And if we have 2 duchies, then our land could split in 2 upon succession. So if we were gonna do it, what we'd want to do is we want to take that duchy and then immediately have the requirements to turn it into a kingdom. What are the requirements? I don't have them here, but I think it was Duchy of Steiermark and Duchy of Austria. Let me just quickly look up this thing here. So that's the Margrave... It's not Margrave 8, it's the Archduchy of Austria. Yeah. So if I go and have a look at how to form that on the CK3 wiki, we will find once it loads it up. There we go. So... Archduchy of Austria. You need to be at peace, adult, counter-duke, Catholic faith, control Austria and Steiermark. It doesn't say whether you have to control it all. You also have other requirements, which are money requirements, which would actually be a bit of a problem for us as well, because it's 1,000 gold. But if we could do all of that, we could maybe create it. Yeah, but if we want to get Austria and Steiermark, that's going to mean that we have that land and that land. Which actually isn't as much land as you'd think. We just have to do 2 wars. So we'd have to do a war against you and a war against you. You're also currently in a war. You're attacking somebody and you're attacking somebody. Okay, so we don't care about those. So I guess our path would be to get 2 claims, then spin Tuscany into pressing them. It's quite a lot to expand there. As in, like, it's a lot of wars that we're going to have to do, and we're basically going to rely on Tuscany to win them for us if we do that. I don't know. Also, I just realized our aunt is currently imprisoned in Tuscany, which I assume is as a result of our war with France. Alright, cool. Anyway, let's get out of this war, and then we'll worry about potentially getting claims over here and figuring out what we want to do. Oh yeah, also, if we get a claim on Austria, that's fine. We could press that, because Austria is currently a child. I actually don't think we can press our claim on you, right? Because you're an adult, so therefore our claim wouldn't be valid. Yeah, because we're a woman currently, so yeah, I don't think we'd be able to press our claim against you, which means that we wouldn't be able to get Steiermark, which means that we'd have 2 duchies. Yeah, it's not looking great for doing it as Heli, but anyway, we'll worry about that again later. Worry about that when we get to it. You would like peace. No? Yeah. Oh, I can ask my head of faith for gold? Definitely. Yeah, 100%. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, we finished some infirmaries in Ottoberg. Ludolf IV has been excommunicated. Where is he? Oh, all the way up there. Okay, cool. I want to continue upgrading our hospices in Babenberg. It's quite expensive now, actually. Yeah, I think I might hold off on the next one just for a little bit. Right, back over here. Oh, what's this? Invitation to Prince Archbishop Vladislav's feast in Utrecht. It's quite a trek. Yeah, I'm going to say no to that one. Appreciate the offer, but no. No. It's not really close to us in any way. New learning perk? We've already got Scholar, right? Yeah. Which means that we have a choice between Whole of Body and Faithful. How old are we? 26. I mean, Faithful definitely could be good to do earlier. Makes people like us a lot more. Especially if we go down this path, it's good. This one's not so useful because we're not in areas of different faiths, so these two are completely useless for us because we're not in an area that has a different faith, so we're not going to convert anything. Prophet's fine, but I'm not really planning on reforming our faith, so that's kind of useless. Zealot Vassal giving us more taxes and levies is okay, but I mean, if we go and actually have a look at how much our Zealot Vassals are giving us, you'll see why I'm not too stoked by that. If we go here, Zealot. So 0.3, 0.1, 0.3. So in terms of taxes, we're making 0.7 off of them. So if you actually have a look at what this is going to get us, it's going to get us 35% of 0.7. Although that's actually not true, because I bet these are already being modified by something. Yeah, they're already being modified by hereditary hierarchy. So actually, this would be it would be 4.5. Yeah, so where are we? Yeah, so it's going to be 4.5 into this contribution. So it's 8.2% of 4.5 that we would get 35% of, which is not a lot. Also, in case you're wondering what this string is, this is meant to say not de jure vassal, I think, because Schaumburg isn't de jure part of the Duchy of Bavaria. So therefore, they're not a de jure vassal of us, so they pay us 50% less. So there you go. Anyway, so essentially what I'm saying is this gets us like absolutely nothing. If you look at levies, same logic, and it's only Zealot. That's 26, 75, and 88. Even if it doubled our levies, I would not be like, my god, I gotta do it. Levies aren't that important, so this is nothing. Essentially, this is nothing, this is nothing, and this is nothing. Theologian, I mean, it's fine, but I would not say that 3 learning and 20% piety is worth 4 perks. I think that's not correct. I think this side is probably worth it for what we're doing. Like, I think this side of it specifically is probably fine, but I think that this side is not. So, yeah. I think level of devotion impact is good, because that gives us opinion, right? That's only same faith clergy, but I guess it means the clergy will like us a lot, which should mean that in theory you get paid max taxes, although we already are. But it also means the Pope will like us, so the Pope will give us more money and things. So, yeah, there's some logic there. Maybe we should just go whole of body. I mean, yeah, if we don't think that we're going to really need this side right now, let's just go anatomical studies and work our way down here. The earlier we get it, the better, I guess. So, yeah, sure, let's do that. It's going to mean our character is going to live a long time, which is interesting because that means that in theory our heir is unlikely to be our heir. Our heir is actually going to be like their child, but we'll figure it out. Also, my god, Otto's got a like wild mane of hair going. Anyway, over here we have a new son. What are we gonna call him? Good French name. It's gonna be called Robert. Okay, sure, sounds fine. We've now taken this, and that was worth about 8%. Yeah, 8% ish. Although obviously this isn't 8% and this isn't 12.1%. Like, these are rounded numbers because 12.1 doesn't go into 3 and it's 3 holdings, right? So yeah, if you add 4% to 8, you don't get 12.1. So this is actually 8 point something that's been rounded down. Same with the other one. Anyway. We still want to keep sieging. But one of the things that you can do with this with the knowledge of holdings is you can look at these and go, actually these holdings are worth less than this holding. Or like sieging this is worth less than sieging this because this is an extra holding slot. And actually this is harder to siege and it's worth less war score. So yeah, let's head to Lyon. Sure. Let's do it. How many troops does France have now? 200. I'm just checking that they're not earning a ton of money and then using it to like buy mercenaries or something. Cool. That's fine. Your head of faith would grant you a claim on Brittany. Alright. It's such a weird one where it's like, they grant you a claim on this. Also, I'm just checking. If I did this, they're actually close to just saying yes. That's intriguing. Anyway. Right. My antiquarian has died. Died from being ill. Is that allowed? Her child, I think, has taken over her land. Although he is also not looking great. Do we need an antiquarian? I guess, yeah, we did like having one, because it upgrades our stuff. The only one we have is our personal physician. I don't like having the same person do all the jobs, but I guess in this case, they're the only person who's like a tier up, so they can do it. That's fine. Right. Back to the war. Okay. Heinrich has died. So that's Heinrich of Tyrol has died. So this used to be the person who held the Duchy of Bavaria. Then he became our vassal. Then he inherited the Duchy of Tyrol. So now he's died. You now hold the Duchy of Tyrol. Duke Heinrich II. Okay. Interesting. Do I care? I'm not sure I care that much. That's fine. Enemy ally joined war. Oh, right. France had a leadership change, so it's not enemy ally, there's a new person in charge of France. Okay. So that is because they lost the war, I'm assuming? Yeah, so they lost or the faction demanded that they abdicate or whatever. Right. They have no extra money, but they have a few extra troops. Cool. Right. Head of Faith Weekend claims on all sorts of things, including a claim on France. Yeah, I'm not going to get France. It's an interesting path, but we're kind of set on this archduchy, so let's keep working towards that. Greetings, my perceptive liege. I have been hosting your Chancellor, Count Megenhard, for some time now. The way he imposes himself in my home, all the while encouraging no less than groveling servitude to you, disgusts me. What lady would send such a terrible representative? Lowered his opinion on me by 30. It's not good. Okay. No mercenaries, just keep checking. We know that Tuscany is right here. Grey, feet and paw. As we are on habit to walk Grey daily, and I'm not sure which of us enjoys the fresh air and sun the most. Grey bounds up ahead and looks back at me and barks, as if to say, catch up. We get walking dog for 10 years, which is a Meacham health boost. Our health should be like excellent at this point, right? Yes, it is excellent. The only negative is our dangerous habits. New innovation, Divine Right innovation. So the Divine Right innovation is one that allows you to press multiple de jure casus belli in one war, which is quite useful actually. So if you have claims in multiple counties, you can press multiple things in one war. You can also press multiple claims that you have. So if you have a claim on 2 duchies, you could press both of them in a single war, makes life a lot easier. Gives you access to this contract, which is not that important. And you get more zealot vassals. Cool. Okay. Challenge to a board game. Ainsworth, the Hawk of Pisa, would like to challenge us to a board game. A rousing game of tabula. Oh. Okay, in tabula, intrigue counters learning. Learning counters stewardship. Stewardship counters intrigue. Are we any good at tabula? Let's have a look. So we would be fine. So what's it? Intrigue counters learning. So their intrigue will be countering our learning. Learning counters stewardship. Stewardship counters intrigue. I think we could win. Yeah, I guess we'll do it. Why not? Okay. Just wondering why that was purple, but anyway. she's already waiting to begin our little tabula mass, sat waiting with a competitive grimace writ across her face. We're neck and neck, though neither of us is even close to victory. I've studied tabula extensively, explains my opponent, and I'm sorry to say by this point I don't think there's a way for you to win. Well, I'm going to say I know the rules of tabula like the back of my hand. We know it's counted by intrigue, but here's the thing. We have 46 learning, so I'm going to assume that it's going to work. Our match marches on, Ainsworth continuing with such devious ruse that I'm left speechless. Blast it, somehow this woman seems to counter every stratagem I employ. That's because she went intrigue. She's starting to win, though neither of us is close to victory. I may even allow myself a cup of rose-scented water after this game. I don't treat myself often, but I think I've earned it. I'm going to again go for learning. Counted again, she's starting to win. I've always found that tabula is the key to tabula is a clear mind and a cool head. Do we switch to stewardship just for one thing? Let's do it. She takes it personally. There's no greater disappointment than that which I feel when staring at the counters in this board. The arrangement clearly dictates that I've been bested. With God as my witness, I did all that I could. Am I bad at tabula? Yeah, I guess I am. I thought that just going for learning would work, but she can become my rival. That's okay. I'm fine with her being my rival. Been an enemy here today. Beat me at a board game. That's unacceptable. Whoa! Whose army is this? What are you doing? You're attacking in a war for the county of Leon? That's really unfortunate, because I'm in, like, a war where I wanted Leon. Okay, more people in my prison. Worry about them later. Where am I going to go now? So they're in an internal war. So this is Burgundy versus these guys. So they're going to try and siege this thing next. I guess I want to go and siege Macon, which is going to be easy. No, stop. Wait. Wait for them to move out of the way. Or I sit on Leon. Count Ludolf, my vassals, invited us to a hunt. Now that's a thing I'm going to go to. Yeah, let's go to that. Okay. You can pardon your vassal for being a witch. No, that's fine. Okay. Right. So they're going to go and siege this. That's good. I'm happy for them to siege this. Right. We're making camp. So in 4 months, we'll begin our hunt. Cousin, Salvatore de Canosa was imprisoned. So he is... Oh, Duke Pellegrino of Tuscany's son. Okay. He's also the reason we have an... No, he's not the reason we have an alliance. Although what's interesting is that he's married to a Nordheim, who is now in charge of Tyrol. So wait, do you have an alliance with Tuscany? No, you don't, but you might after this war is over. Huh. Interesting. Although they're currently defending in a war against the tyranny, which they're going to lose, which means he's going to abdicate, which means that actually this person's going to be in charge. Okay. Crazy. I don't know where you're going. Are you... Wait, is Tuscany now at war with the Holy Roman Empire? No, so why are you chasing this army? That's the Kingdom of France's army. Oh, go for it. Yeah, go for it. Prisoner died in my prison. Okay. I'm in. Let's go for this. Fantastic. So now we have battle war score. So we have 28% war score from battles. Let's move back over here. And let's just hold this. My master of the horse, Lucino, is dead. Oh, so I need a new person to lead my armies. It's going to be Bernard. New master of the horse. Which is going to be... yes. Vlodzimiris. Yep. You're going to be my master of the horse. And I don't need anything new in here, right? No, so this is all fine. Yes. Okay. Right. Mighty Boar. Okay, I can ransom you for 25 gold. Sure, I am going to ransom you for 25 gold. That's fine. Landpert assembles the party as the sun rises over the hunting grounds nestled in Munchen's plains. My many gameskeepers and flushes have been poring over the area for tracks and fumes. There is clearly a stout boar in the area. Dangerous but worthy game. Ultimately, Count Ludolf decided he wanted to hunt a boar today. Okay, apparently it's impressive, but perilous. Right. I don't suppose you'd be willing to end this war, so if I was to enforce demands... Oh no, I would have to offer like a hostage yeah, I'd have to do something like that to then get them to accept, but I'm not going to do that, so no. How do I unselect a hostage? I say clear? There we go. Cool. I was just curious, because I never do that. Oh, we can probably go at speed 4. There we go. Wildflowers. My Marshal Garibald is crouched down in the ground, humming cheerfully, picking asters. Ludolf, my vassal, peers over his shoulder, listening intently. Duchess, look at all the useful herbs and flowers here. This one can soothe aches. This one aids a broken kneecap. This one wards off pneumonia. So get back on your horse. We're getting back to hunting. Say fascinating, what's that flower? Catherine could do with these herbs, or are you practicing witchcraft? Also, I just realized we're just doing a normal hunt, right? I thought it said on the normal hunt that we couldn't participate, but I'll read it again, I guess. Could get stocked medicus. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get stocked medicus. Sounds good. Wildflowers. It's a lovely day for a hunt, which means it's a nice day to be outside. As I fill my lungs with fresh air of the wilderness, I spot in the distance what can only be a gift from or nature's dedication to Jesus. So many useful herbs and beautiful flowers, both from healing and malicious intents. I'm here to hunt. Picking roses may raise some eyebrows. Let's keep up with appearances. I can become the owner of a pressed Delphinium. Or hey, what's that over there? It's going to cause us a little bit of stress, but I mean, we are consistently somebody who goes for all of these, so let's do it. Now have a flower. I was seeing whether we could replace something here. I guess the obvious replacement would be this for this. But, yeah, I think that probably is the obvious replacement. Let's replace that with that. Wonderful. Right. Carrying on. 91% war score. My kinsman Arnold is the first to spot its sharpened tusks. Hey, we found a boar. We're doing a perilous option, apparently, with it. Not ideal. Cornering the boar. We can hardly keep up with the blasted beast as it darts and weaves through the oak trees, squealing wildly. Scaling a rise and disappearing into a dense thicket, the boar is gone as quickly as it appeared, with only panting dogs and sweaty horses to show for it. Also, are you about to lose a war? Well, I mean, you're about to lose this war, but what's the other war you're about to lose? Another Liberty War, which will then put her father back in charge, who I think was just the person in charge. I'm fairly certain they were just the person in charge. Yes. Okay, so that's going to flip-flop a few times. Okay. Gain some hunter experience. Cool. And we can leave this adventure behind for now. Cool. We didn't really get anything from it, but that's fine. We get to head back home. Wonderful. We've traveled back home. We're an experienced traveler. We're not at level 2 yet, but we're getting there. Right. I just want to check something here for what it says. Okay. Martial sexes may actively participate. Non-martial sexes may spectate. It seemed like we were actively participating, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we were just watching and we get the hunter trait via watching. Yeah, I guess it doesn't say that you need to have hunter trait experience, or it doesn't say that you get hunter trait experience from participating. It just says that you get it. Okay, that's probably what happened there. Just misunderstood what it was meaning. Probably means you don't get the events related to actually slaying the beast, which is fine. 5 months left. We're going to win via taking war score before that even becomes a problem. Let's just go speed 5. We're not even worried about them sieging here because 2 years is way too slow. They both returned from Count Popo's court, Count Popo Burn. Is that because they were... Wait, why were they? Oh, they were probably meeting friends or something. Right? Yeah, they were probably meeting friends. Do they need to be educated properly? Maybe, although we do have our tutor who is a genius. Who would probably be the best person to educate them anyway. Yeah, let's just specifically say that... Wait. Why can I not select... Oh, because you're traveling. Okay. I was going to say, why could I not specifically select them for education? But that's fine. It makes sense. Christine von Babenberg, who is Bernard's daughter, has married Andre de Savoy. Oh, so another person marrying into House Savoy. And Kaiser Lambert is being attacked by Duke Gilbert. War against the tyranny? Yeah, okay. So he probably tried to revoke something in Brittany. Seem most likely. Yeah, he's excommunicated, so he would have been allowed to revoke, so that makes sense. Hey, we took that land. Heike is no longer our wet nurse, for reasons. Not sure. Maybe our health dropped too low or something. I think we're going to search for a new wet nurse, because we can do that one. Yes. Let's do that. Right, and then enforce our demands. So all of this was so that Paul de Albon here, all of this was so that he could get Venois, which he's going to. Yes, he's going to get all of this. Wonderful. I will enforce my demands. So she has lost it. Cool. And we have ended up with this land, which Prince Bishop Paul now holds. It's now theocratic land, which is cool. Yeah, would his main holding not be... Should it not be the temple? I guess it can't be the temple. It's just weird that he's still... I thought theocratic it was usually temple as the main holding. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Maybe it'll swap things around in a second. Yeah. Need a guardian for my son. Easy choice. It's going to be my court tutor. We're just going to specify it. Why? Because she's a genius and she's in my court, and that's why we brought her to our court. Yeah, we're not going to convert his culture to Swedish, but we are going to do this. And I'm also going to educate my daughter at the same time. I don't like to change their educations, but let's just have a look and see what they've got. So he's doing a martial education. Now, there is actually other stuff you can do with a martial education. You can, in theory, also improve prowess if you educate him in the right way. You know what, let me put a cut in and I'll figure that one out. Okay, according to the wiki, that is only if your culture has the knighthood innovation, which our culture does not. I'm assuming that none of these ones say anything about it in here. No. And then in here. No, I think. Yeah. Nope. And then in here, no. And then I'm assuming Bavarian doesn't have it either. No, it doesn't. So, yeah. So we don't have the knighthood innovation, so therefore we can't do it. What does have the knighthood innovation? This one? I was kind of assuming that, like English maybe has it? No? Okay. I have no idea who starts with the knighthood innovation. Anyway, somebody will start with it somewhere. Also kind of thought that French started with it, but I guess it doesn't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If you have it, then you can get a prowess trait, but we don't have it. But prowess is fine for our son. I'm perfectly happy with our son being good at martial. That's acceptable. And then our daughter here got an intrigue education. Alright, it's perfectly fine as well. I'm happy with our educator. Our educator's got okay stat in the stat that he's getting. She's got a good learning stat, but most importantly, she's a genius. So that's going to be good. Her only negative is that she's deceitful and lustful, but she is forgiving as well. So, yeah, he's probably not going to be the most virtuous character in the world. But we'll see. Anyway, we got this new land in Bavaria, which is cool. I'm still not sure what we're going to do with it. I guess he's just going to pay us taxes. I don't know if the taxes come in. I guess they must come out of this tax pool. But is he separately in here? No. I'm getting the feeling something's going to change when I unpause the game, so that's fine. Right. Let's unpause for a second or two. Search for a wet nurse. With a mind to provide the best of care for our children, I've had my functionaries seek out able women for the role of wet nurse. Now they present a few locals for my judgment. I'll go for the person who's good. Okay, that's fine. I've been invited to Count Detlef's feast. I'm going to decline. We don't go to feast unless we have a reason to or it's close. Ask my head of faith for more money. Of course, yeah. Please give me some more money. Right. Now we've done that, we could potentially do more activities. Did we have another acclaimed knight position, or am I crazy? No, we don't have one yet. Yeah, because we're going to get that in another tier. I think people were just talking about it, but we don't actually have it. I do want to do another hunt. Potentially we should get some more men-at-arms at some point as well. Which is probably worth thinking about now that we've got a reasonable income. And we're thinking about claims on Austria and Steiermark. Yeah, my problem with these is that we would have to murder you to make it happen, and I just don't see that happening currently. Although we're not that bad at murdering, but we are pretty pious, and it does kind of go against our character here to do that. But let's just see. What's the odds? Very hard? Yeah. I don't know, it just seems like it's going to be difficult to do. I think it's not going to work out probably currently, but we'll see. Like, because I don't want to take Austria only to immediately lose it on succession. Although I suppose I could try and take Austria and then just hold it. And then, like, even on succession, if we lose it, we'll have a claim on it. Yeah. It's a thought. You're currently attacking two groups. You're mercenaries, but your armies are likely really far away. Let's find somebody who's not like a marshal. Let's find somebody who looks like they're just in charge of an army. You're knights. There we go. Perfect. Radbot. Oh, so that's where their army is. Okay, so they're sieging Salzburg. So Salzburg is in one of these wars. So it's not that war, so it must be this war. Okay, so, oh no, they're defending against Salzburg. I see. I thought they were attacking both theirs, but this might be a newer war. So they're defending against Salzburg in a war for Amstetten here. So we could potentially declare war on Austria and just piggyback on the Salzburg war. A little bit. As in, have them have to fight two people at the same time. You've ended up with a lot of You've ended up with Messen defending you here. You've got 3,000 troops. Is Messen... Yeah, they're your ally. Okay. Their troops are currently here. What's Tuscany doing? Tuscany's currently at peace. You don't have that many troops and you are about to die. Yeah, it's not going to be ideal. I'm just thinking about how exactly we can get this done if we want to do it. We maybe need to spend some money on mercenaries. I might buy a few men at arms and then go. That might be our path forward. Now, I've noticed that armoured footmen is a problem for us, because armoured footmen counters spearmen, right? That's a pretty big negative for us here. So, what we could do is we could buy ourselves some light footmen who counter heavy infantry. Anything else counter heavy infantry? No. And light footmen are fairly cheap as well. I think I'm going to buy some light footmen. Do I buy the whole lot? Yeah, they are fairly cheap. Just buy up to full. I would also love some of these as well. Some siege units. So Trebuchet is currently a while away. And then Bavarian. Have you got Trebuchet yet? No. So yeah, I think we can buy up this men-at-arms unit as well at the same time. Now, do I want to buy it to full? Yeah, you know what? Let's just invest. Yeah, this is us investing in our military slightly. Actually, let's do siege units first, just for placing them. Place you there. We're going to place you there. I'm just placing them where the highest bonuses currently are. But we probably at some point want to actually pick bonuses that are good as we were planning to. We just need a little bit more income, essentially. Right. And let's unpause for a second. We could also marry off some of our children for more alliances. We currently only have an alliance with Tuscany, which is good, but there's other options. Yeah, there's definitely other options. I was wondering if we could... marry off our son to Steermark's daughter, but I don't actually think that you'd say yes to that, right? A marriage between you and my son, Otto. You would accept? Oh, interesting. Why would you accept? So he desires an alliance. Huh. Are you currently... You're currently not the main person in the war, right? I mean, I don't hate it. Gives us an alliance with you, who is currently heir to Steermark. Yeah? Yeah? We might lose Austria on succession, but that would be fine-ish? Yeah. I think this isn't the end of the world. I think we could maybe work with this. Do I want to hold a grand wedding? Like, maybe. Yeah, I suppose we could hold a grand wedding. We'll say we'll do it. Let's just say it's going to cost 500, 600. Yeah. Okay, I'll send it through anyway. Why not? Let's get this marriage done. That's our alternative. I think this is more in keeping with our character anyway than trying to murder him. Right. Let's merge our houses. Now, if he has any other children, well, you know, they might have to be murdered, but we'll worry about that later. Do I go on a quick hunt before we go for the War of Austria? We could do. Go on just a little hunt here. Let's do a falconry hunt in Babenberg. Let's go back there again. Why mix things up? There we go. I'm not going to spend a ton of money on it, because we don't need to worry about that. Here, we're going to take out friends, potential friends, confederates, nearby adventurers, lovers, potential lovers. Close family, we'll leave in for now. Take out liege. Take out fellow vassals. Yeah, there we go. Take out tributaries, not that there will be any. Okay, how are we looking? So got somebody with 153 days. That's Otto, my brother. Why is my brother Otto so far? He's in a different court. Did you leave again, Otto? Come back here. Right, we're gonna have to come out of this to unpause. Right. Stop leaving. I know that we mistreat him constantly, but you know. We'll keep inviting him back. Here we go. Falconry, Babenberg, forestry. None. None. There we go. Take these out. Oh no, vassals can stay. Tributaries, no. Fellow vassals is the one I want out. There we go. So anyone with a ridiculous number of days? Oh, Prince Bishop Paul. Yeah, he's quite far away now. I'll take the hit here. He's probably not going to turn up anyway. Right, that's fine. As in, we'll invite him. If we have to wait 100 days, we have to wait 100 days. That's fine. Let's go. Also, what's happening in Rothenburg? Alright, yes, you're not my vassal. I forgot. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Let's go. Making camp. Right. 3 months remaining. Are we? I guess we're still waiting for that guy to, or Prince Bishop to arrive, or... No, he's not invited. Perfect. That's what I like to see. 52 days remaining. Who am I waiting on? Waiting on you, my half-sister, who was traveling from Venice. I don't know what my half-sister was doing in Venice, but alright. It's fine. Here, carefree, restraint, or wash your hands. We'll take wash your hands to reduce plague chance. It's one that we've invested into quite a lot, so let's continue. Right. Oh, what's that? So our liege is a secondary person in a war for the Duchy of Asturias over here, which is currently held by Leon. Oh, my prisoner died in my dungeon. Oh yeah, prisoners! I knew there was something I was forgetting. Actually, look at this guy. I'm going to recruit you. You may be slightly wheezing, but actually, you're not a bad knight. You got 17 prowess. Yeah, we'll recruit this guy. By the wing. Bernard, your master of the hunt, summons the party together as light reaches the camp in the forest near Babenberg. With any luck, we'll find a flock of geese, and our falcons will have great sport. Well, let's do it. Right, Gilbert has arrived, or he said yes, he's going to join my court. And our level of splendor of our dynasty has gone up. Now get more prestige on marriage and birth, and get more long reign bonus, which is actually really good for us because we started ruling from a very, very young age. So if we check someone like you, maybe you're, oh there we go, plus 22 long reign. So that is actually going to affect us, because in 8 years we'll then hit the new maximum. So yeah, that is going to affect us. So it's good. Peacocking. Otto has been admiring my bird since we first parted for a hunt, and I can hardly blame him. Such a magnificent and beautiful bird it is, or beast it is. We near a small river, rich and busy with fish of generous size, and I feel that this is the perfect opportunity to show what my falcon can do. Okay. I was just wondering what's going on here. Looks like he's got some weird marking on his face, but I think it's some weird lighting. Anyway. My falconry skills, because he doesn't have it on this one. Anyway, my falconry skills will impress her. I'll grab a fish myself. Yeah, falconry skills, definitely, because, you know, we're not very good at prowess. Legal prey. Poachers here in the Duchess's forest. They huddle together as I ride up with my guards, making a poor job of hiding the dead stag behind them. We did not do this. Please have mercy, glorious Duchess. Their blades and bows belie their words. They get out of the woodlands. You all seem to be excellent bowmen. They will hang, and the animal is mine. I think that she would say get out. Taking wing. There is a clear sightline to a gaggle of brown geese, watering themselves in a pond up ahead. The beaters will soon be in position, ready to spook the game to flight. The party halts as we prepare to remove our birds' hoods and set them one by one to their sport. Neighbouring ruler, King Friedrich of Bohemia, has won his war against the tyranny. Okay. Fly true, little one. 68% success chance. From nowhere. I pause to quaff from my water skin, savouring some cool relief from the sweat and havoc of the chase. As I secure it at my side, I hear a low whistling noise. An arrow slams into the mud at my feet, burying itself deeply in the ground. I and those closest spin around, but there is no one there, only the wind rustling through the dense undergrowth. I can say, be more careful. This must belong to someone. Or assassins, get me out of here. Let's just say, be more careful. Bird in the hand. Watch excitedly as my falcon identifies a target and takes wing from its watch. Soaring high into the air, the beaters have scattered the honking grey geese, who now fill the air with their flapping clamour. It swoops like a bolt of lightning, an audible thunder of impact reaching us moments later as the quarry falls from the sky. Yay, we did it! Bounty of the Wild. Hunts like these are a pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. It's a shame to have to head back so soon. I could do this all day. The birds need the rest though. Count Garibald gathers the brace of birds felled by our falcons, a bounty of game, and a measure of the good training of our birds. My falcon happily eats morsels of meat, rewards for its great performance this day before we depart camp and head for home. I don't need the goose feather. We have had many opportunities for them and it doesn't matter. We'll get the trait experience in Falconer, and we'll give it to Bernard. Sure. Sounds fine. Cool. That's that dealt with. We just need to go in here and acknowledge that we had a feather, which is now Bernard's. Anything else we need to be doing now? No? I'm just kind of interested. Are we, like, up there in vote score? How's it looking? Margrave Leopold of Austria is ill. His heir is this person, who's currently just a vassal within Austria. Oh, what illness do you have? You have the smallpox that's on this side that just started. That's the problem with declaring a war in Austria. Smallpox would be pretty bad for us. Yeah. Okay. We've arrived back. We got more Wanderer experience, which is cool. We're now back. Okay, how's our army looking? Not quite ready. But it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. Okay. Let's continue chilling for a little bit. How's our army looking now? Another couple months. Annoying company. I am comfortably soaking in the bathhouse, finally getting some well-deserved downtime when a grating voice from somewhere nearby interrupts my tranquil thoughts. Did you see her, and that ridiculously tiny? A little farther into the room, I spot Otto making obscene gestures surrounded by a crowd of laughing sycophants. It's hard to miss that they are all staring at me. I barely know him, and I already feel like I hate him. How dare Otto ridicule me in public? What do you mean I barely know him? He's our brother. And say he will pay for this. I want him dead now. Probably overreacting. You know what? Let's have another rival. He is now our rival. See. I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but we'll leave it as a little bit of spice. Oh, the disease is going away. Perfect. So when that disease goes away, that's pretty much the marker for us to declare war. Tuscany's still in poor health, but I'd love to declare the war before he dies. I think that would be ideal for us. And get them into this and committed. They got 6,000 troops, you got 4,000. Overall, we have more troops. They're kind of busy with Salzburg. They've got some disease. He got over smallpox, which is good. Yeah, I think we get our claim here. I think we buy our claim. Yep, that's what I want. The Margravate of Austria. Spend the money for a claim, which I can press. It's an unpressed claim, and I can press it because he's a child. That's good. Only cost me 8 prestige to press it. Due to sanction, war declaration, defender of the same dynasty, it's a child. Alright, there's a lot of things and our high legitimacy. It only cost me 8. Wow. Anyway. Let's clear this out. Also, let me just check something about Vienna. So you're Bavarian as well. Okay, that's fine. Just wanted to check so that if we wanted to move our capital there, whether whether we could, and whether that would be fine. So yeah, we could definitely do that. And assuming that we're going to merge our culture still. Although I still want to wait another, how many years for that? 15 years. Yeah, because if we merge our culture in 15 years, then we get that extra bonus into it as well, which would be nice. Neighbouring ruler, Gunbald of Salzburg, has lost against Austria. So Austria is now finished with their war of Salzburg. The disease is gone. I think we just declare war immediately. Yeah, let's go. Steiermark is no longer in a war with Austria as well, so they can join. We've only got 600 troops, but they could definitely join here. 600, 3,000, 6.5. Austria have 4. You have 3.4. So it's kind of even-ish. I mean, we're obviously slightly stronger, but theirs are slightly more compact, and they're defending. You could always hire mercenaries. And our army is slightly better than it was before, because we've actually got some like balance here. And we got siege units. Okay. Let's declare a war in Austria. Let's do it. And then I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.